Welcome to Bracket Bastards.
Don't fucking start that. Come on. Welcome to Bracket Bastards, the podcast we're taking. Welcome to Bracket Bastards, the podcast we take a bracket of 32, 64, 128 or more, and banter our way down to a winner. Number one, instead of fuck you, Freddie, is fuck you, Q.
Fuck myself. Fuck myself. What do you mean, fuck? No, fuck myself. Just because I completely butchered the fuck out of that because I was really in between if I was going to do it or not. I didn't know how you were going to take it. So, like, a millisecond decided that I was going to say it, and then, like, another millisecond went by as I went to say it, and I don't know. I just fucked it up. I'm mad right now.
Your two lips weren't working together right there at all.
No, like, my brain and my lips weren't working together.
What else is new?
Anyways, Bracket Bastards, everybody.
Yes, I am Freddie Fisher, and this is
Jessica, the best looking bastard.
And of course, this is your boy Q, aka the best bastard of them all, except for in this particular case, because, well,
You just fuck everything.
yeah, I just totally fucked that up. Well, let's get this shit rolling. Let's go. I'm excited.
This is Bubbles, the most adorable bastard. Sorry, guys, I am a little bit sick today, so my voice is all weird, and I'm a little sniffly.
You sound even cuter, but...
Oh, thank you.
And that, of course, came from your ODB, your old dirty bastard. And Q, you remind me of Hugh Jackass, because you are a Hugh Jackass. But all I got to say is we are here once again to try to be nice, which is not in our bastard nature by any fucking means. We are not meant to be nice. We are meant to be bastards. This goes against the fucking code. They're breaking the matrix. The simulation's coming down. What the fuck? But anyway, let's do this shit for the fun of it.
All right. After that, I am Brian, the confused bastard. No, I am the dank bastard, guys. Check out thedailydank.com for all your dank goodness. And up next is...
Hey, what's going on, sir?
Look at that. We got it.
I know.
Wonder Twins Unite.
Like on track instead of following all that craziness from Jeremy there, but loving the name, loving it all there, Jeremy. We always love your entrances, but I'm the mouthy bastard. I'm here to bring the fun, bring the party. So let's go.
And that makes 7. We are the bastards running this thing. I am glad to have you guys here this week. We're in celebration mode. If you guys do not know, this is the 100th episode celebration. We are celebrating. I didn't think we'd ever make it this far. This is just for fun, festivities, and the weekly bullshit that we do. And it's a lot cheaper than therapy, to be perfectly honest. So that's why I do it. But last week, we decided the first half of the bracket, and Dolly Parton won the nicest person on that side. We get to start it on this side. We do have a few rules to decide this, though. Number one is the FYF, or the fuck you, Freddie rule. If there's something up here you don't like, or you just want to go ahead and tell me to fuck off, tell me to fuck off. And on January 20th next year, which is my birthday, by the way, there's going to be an episode. Currently, it's about 23 or so minutes long of people telling me exactly that, just to go fuck myself in so many ways. And the second rule on that one is, of course, the blowing your load or the final swing. All this means is we vote round robin style here, as always. And if you're one of the first people to go, don't want to be one of the first people to go, you can blow your load or use your final swing. And that means you'll be going last. The only issue with this is that you can only do it one time. So make sure to blow your load appropriately and on a person with or without consent. You guys ready to start this?
Wait a minute. You brought up consent, though. How am I supposed to blow my load now? I don't fucking get this. This is confusing.
Oh, ouch.
That's what she said.
All you really have to do is ask the bottom of your table. You should be fine.
You hear that, Bessie? You get permission this time.
Anyway, we're starting this out. The only two people that have this bracket, by the way, is myself and Jamie. So the rest of you going in blind. And I start us off as Q, Jess, Bubbles, Jeremy, Brian, and Jamie. Correct formation on the screen. And we have John Cena, versus Chris Farley. Personally, I think Chris Farley got cut down way before his time was due, so you can't really give him proper judgment on being a nice guy or not. I don't know a lot about his outside work, outside of his movies. However, I do know John Cena is the top Make-A-Wish person at well over 500 wishes now, which is absolutely incredible.
But they can't see him, Freddie. How can he make wishes come true when they can't see him?
With money.
Can you imagine, like, a kid who has a life-ending disease and also happens to be blind wants to visit John Cena as his last wish?
That would be me and my kid be like, John Cena, he just wants to see you one last time. How can he not grant that wish?
I'd be like, give me the attitude adjustment through my bed, please.
Hell of a way to die, to be honest. Anyway, my vote is going to go for John Cena on this one, mainly due to lack of information on Chris and the overabundance of information I have on John Cena. Q, is it John Cena or Chris Farley?
You skipped me.
No, I didn't. It's Freddie, Q, Jess, Bubbles.
Oh, I thought
that's what he did say. I thought maybe we should switch places, maybe.
No, that's how you always sit, so I switched you guys around on the list.
In
Yeah.
fact, you guys do always sit that way.
we do.
You have your spots. It's kind of like when you get together with somebody and they have like a spot on the bed or like a specific side of the
Or
bed.
like that friend that has to have the certain angle.
Okay, so one's like Freddie.
The Sheldons. The Sheldons of the world.
Freddie, do you sit in the same exact spot every time?
Yes.
Jeremy, do you sit in, like, I'm pretty sure you sit in about the same exact spot every time.
It's either that or sit in the fucking garage floor, and I'm good on that. So.
All right, so Brian, how about yourself, man?
I only have one chair. I only have one chair, so where else am I supposed to sit?
Okay, so
our point in this.
The only person that can talk anything would be Jamie, because she's the only one that switches rooms from time to time.
That is true.
I'll do it in the middle.
Otherwise, Bubbles is also still in her little room. So, I mean, everybody's got their own little spot, right?
Our point, though, is that you guys are the only twofer screen.
Fair enough.
So it's labeled Q and Jess, and it's Q is Jess. So on my board, it's labeled Q and Jess. So Q, ironically enough, gets to come first.
Go right after you. That's why.
That usually doesn't happen either, right?
And even when we introduced ourselves, I went before him.
I know. I wasn't going to stop you. So Q, Chris Farley or John Cena?
Because that's how you.
I'm going to have to go with, of course, the rapper John Cena.
The doctor of thugonomics gets a vote. Jess, John Cena, Chris Farley.
I'm going with John Cena.
Gets another one. Bubbles.
So I do agree. I think Chris Farley was taken way before his time. I'm going to go with Chris Farley on this one, just because I feel like if he did have more time, you would see a lot more of that humble, like, person that I kind of pictured him as, or just kind of saw him as growing up.
The Big Brother program, I could see him doing that. You know what I mean?
He would have to turn his life around, though.
Oh, well, yeah.
Because,
that is
so, I mean, he would have to do the entire Tony Stark type effect.
But most people who do those Big Brother programs are people who turn their lives around, and they want to give back because of that.
Yeah, and that could be.
Well,
but yeah, it
there's that.
just gives me that vibe.
And that's just kind of what I saw from him.
Yeah.
If we were to.
I agree.
Chris Farley gets a vote. Jeremy.
Well, Bubbles, I love you for keeping Chris Farley in the game. I so fucking do. I'd kiss you if I could. But I mean, this is a hard matchup here. You got a man you can't see versus a man you can't miss. And I mean, Chris Farley is my fucking hero, though. Him doing the Chippendale scene on Saturday Night Live is one of my first memories of Saturday Night Live, and I fucking almost did it for a senior talent show thing. But
Yep.
my dad talked me out of it the last minute, thank God. But
thank goodness for him.
But I 100% am going with Chris Farley because he was a great man, and yeah, he liked to sniff a little powder here and there, but he got the price.
Chris Farley gets a vote. Brian, Chris Farley or John Cena?
I'm going to have to go on the instinct that I have never met a cokehead that was a nice guy. They were all assholes, all of them. I've never met a guy hopped up on coke who wasn't an a-hole. So I'm going to have to say John Cena all the way. And hey, I want to give a big birthday shout out to Harley, who's watching right now. She's been throwing up some comments. It's her birthday today, guys. So big happy birthday to Harley.
Happy birthday.
So it's Harley gets to celebrate, or not really gets to, but she has graced us with the presence of Harley on her birthday. Is also our celebration, so we are celebrating together. Harley is our eighth man, as they say in the crowd. John Cena gets that vote and the win. Jamie, finish this out.
Okay, I agree with everybody. I do have to say Chris Farley gives me those vibes for sure. He was probably more of the jokester asshole description in my head first before I would say one of the most nicest. I'm not saying he's not nice. I just feel like he fits so many other descriptions better that I am going to give it to John Cena because he really is one of the nicest in the program that does what he does and that takes his platform and uses it for amazing things. So, Cena.
And all I gotta say is, except for Bubbles, I hope you all end up living in a van down by the river.
Yeah.
Do you know how expensive it is to live in a van down by the river nowadays? That's not a punishment. That's a vacation.
Yeah, it can be. And I know some people that have done it before, so it can be kind of
Down by the river bend.
John Cena moves on. Q starts us off. Is it Conan O'Brien or Bob Saget?
Oh, it's got to be Bob Saget. Just because I always say it's just like Bob Saget. Like every time I drop something, instead of like God damn it or son of a bitch, it's always Bob Saget, and I just gotta go with Bob.
We got our kids saying it too, and they think they're going to get in trouble whenever they say it.
Can you imagine them at school yelling out Bob Saget when they want to say "fuck you"? Bob Saget.
All the kids would be like, "Who's that?"
The F word ending with the OT. So saying Bob Saget and how F and S sound familiar, this could get hairy at school. It really could.
I mean, that's why you got to pronunciate the S.
Exactly. Let's just hope we don't have no lisp going on up in there.
Brian, are you
Personally,
yeah, okay, I can see where that definitely comes in play.
Yes, I am.
How dare you smoke Grogu? His Force essence.
All right.
Bob Saget gets a vote. Jess, Bob Saget, Conan O'Brien.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Gets another one. Gets another one. Bubbles.
I'm going to say Bob Saget specifically because Conan O'Brien gives me the creeps. Like he gives me weird vibes.
Jeremy, Bob Saget, Conan O'Brien.
Well, it's those ginger vibes there, Bubbles. You can't trust gingers. As Cartman once greatly told us. And I've actually heard stories of Conan O'Brien being a complete fucking asshole behind the scenes. I've heard so many stories about that. And Bob Saget, I've heard some of the same about Bob Saget too, but especially because when he was doing coke too, he was an asshole. But I mean, any dad who behind the scenes of his show walks around pantsless with fucking Dave Coulier and John Stamos, fucking A. They walk around their boxers all day in that set. So fucking, I'll go with Bob Saget, America's dad.
American Dad moves on to the next round. Brian, Bob Saget, Conan O'Brien.
I'm going to have to say Conan O'Brien. Just from personal experience, I was once a day player, which is as a production assistant, means non-union person who gets called. And I worked a day with the Conan O'Brien show, and he was freaking awesome. I was a nobody, just a one-day guy, a temp, and he treated me just as well as everyone else. Actually talked to me for a minute, was way cool. So I got to say Conan O'Brien, just from my personal experience.
Was he high?
He might have been. I think we all were. I mean, come on.
At that point. Jamie, Conan O'Brien, Bob Saget.
I mean, I can see he could probably be a dickhead, and he's nice, but I do have to give Conan massive props for calling Danny Masterson out in the clip I had shared on Facebook not too long ago. So props to him years ago for calling out that nasty dude. But I'm gonna give it to my birthday homie Bob Saget. Absolutely going to vote for that man.
It's going to end up 5-2, Bob Saget. I'm going to go Conan O'Brien as well. Just knowing that Bob Saget is moving on doesn't really need my vote in this situation. If it came down to a swing vote, it would have been Bob Saget. I'm going to go Conan O'Brien for his work on The Simpsons and his work as a wrestling writer and a couple of other things that he's done outside of his actual comedy career that has just brought me joy in life. So I'm going to go with that. Bob Saget does move on 5-2, though. Jeff starts us off. Is it I hate to do this to you, and I really hate to do this to Bubbles too, but I'm going to do it to you. Is it Johnny Depp or Jason Momoa?
You're jumping way around, you jerk.
You're a fucking asshole. Fuck you, Freddie.
You answered that awfully
I'm going with Johnny
You
Depp.
answered that
I
really
did.
quickly for a fuck you, Freddie. Like you're like,
I know.
as soon as you heard Johnny Depp,
I knew it was.
wait, time out. Who's the other guy?
Jason Momoa.
Okay, I'm surprised he even heard the other name.
I knew it was gonna be
I know.
against Jason Momoa. But that is a fuck you, Freddie. But I'm going with Johnny Depp.
I would honestly say Jason Momoa. He is way sexy.
Oh, he is. But
It's not a sexy contest. It's who's the nicest contest.
Exactly.
That's what it is. And Bubbles, nice wise, Johnny Depp or Jason Momoa? Actually, it's your vote, period.
I'm going to have to say Johnny Depp. I don't feel like I see all that much with Jason Momoa. And I mean, it could just kind of be my echo chamber, but I don't really see too much with him. Whereas I see Johnny Depp doing all kinds of different charities all the time. So Johnny
Depp gets another vote. Jeremy, Johnny Depp or Jason Momoa?
I mean, Johnny Depp literally goes to fucking children's hospitals dressed as Jack Sparrow just to fucking for shits and giggles and to practice his improv. Like, he's a fucking great guy. I mean, Jason Momoa, like, I haven't heard much about him either, besides outside like Justice League shit. So, I mean, fucking Johnny Depp all day.
Johnny Depp gets another vote. Speaking of dressing up, by the way, I was reading an article this last week about how Jason Momoa would dress up as Johnny Depp just to piss off Amber Heard.
Nice.
So, out of all the crap that literally that we give her, it's just that. So, Brian, Johnny Depp, Jason Momoa.
I'm going to have to go Johnny Depp because I get the vibe from Jason Momoa that he's like that guy who will be nice to you, but yet he's kind of punking you in front of everybody like, hey, little man. And he grabs you and he's like shaking you, making you look like weak in front of everyone else. He might order you a virgin margarita instead of a real margarita.
I mean, look at there, dude. Are you gonna tell him to fuck off? No, you're gonna be like, I will take that virgin margarita. Thank you very much.
He is
exactly
bodyguards.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't get him as a super nice guy. He might be like nice like that, but he's kind of punking you at the same time. So I'm going to say Johnny Depp. I think Johnny Depp just is like, hey, man, whatever. Where's Bob Dylan? You know?
Go.
Johnny Depp gets the vote and the win. Jamie, Johnny Depp, Jason Momoa.
I can't with this shit. I just can't. What's funny is you say that you think Jason Momoa would hand you a virgin drink. He's actually going to be in Iowa promoting handcrafted vodka here on the 16th.
He's from Norwalk.
That Hy-Vee is going to be, it's in Norwalk. From, but he comes quite a bit, but he's coming back specifically to promote a new vodka with somebody, and that place is going to be slammed. It's one of those things that makes me laugh. Jason can Momoa my lawn any fucking time. Okay. Johnny Depp can go fucking sail a ship and have a good old time. Okay. I won't poop on his pillow, but I'm not voting for him. I am going to go ahead and vote for my Iowa boy.
You know you want Johnny Depp in your mast.
Come get me, guy. Come get me, guy. Come get me.
Just as long as they're come involved, it should be fine. I'm gonna go Jason Momoa as well. There is a term called known as Iowa kind, and
Iowa nice.
well, it's the same fucking thing. And I from what I've seen, like between he is with his fans and his family, and just we were talking about Sandler last week about how he would just pop into random mom and pop shops like that. I don't know if this is just a him thing or like a Midwestern thing or whatever, but a lot of the people from Iowa, guy that played Captain Kirk, William Shatner, is the same way. Like he would stop in different mom and pop stops in Iowa and just go ahead and do that randomly with no road crew or whatever. Just do it.
Yeah, there's a specific cafe he goes back to. He visits his grandma quite a bit, to be honest with you. I caught him at a gas station, but I did not purposely say hello. One, because I was nervous. Two, because I was scared because he's fucking huge. And three, everybody else and their dog was acting like they were pissing their pants. And he was genuinely really nice. And I think from what it looked like, he was approaching everybody. Like everybody that came up to him, he paid attention to every person in the area. So I thought that was nice. Most people will blow you off.
Yeah, when he does come to Iowa, he actually does pay attention to every single person that comes and sees him, and he does visit. He tries to visit all like the restaurants around Milwaukee and all that stuff.
Yeah, he does a good job.
So
not about us in Iowa.
Since Jess voted with her pants, Johnny Depp is moving on. But Q, you get final vote. Jason Momoa, Johnny Depp.
I can't vote at this very moment. I have Yoda eyes staring at me. I don't like it.
Yeah,
I need to move that shit because
that's Grogu. That's not Yoda.
It looks like Yoda to me. I don't care either way.
Yoda, Momoa, it rhymes. Vote.
Anyhow, so you guys were talking about like niceness. Okay, so I was thinking like just generally like a nice dude, like not like, oh, he donates to this, donates to that, does this, does that. And honestly, the whole like punkish attitude, that's kind of my thing too. It's funny as hell. Like I think it's funny as long as it's not well overdone. Dude, move the damn Yoda thing.
Because he's even almost got the power.
The fact that that's where it's coming out, that bothers me.
Pump on Grogu's dick. Pump on Grogu's dick.
Love it.
But at least you suck up here and you just light it there. I mean, it's not reversed. So
I feel like either way you're gonna get.
Q,
what's your vote? I'm gonna. Honestly, I don't know if I can ever take Johnny seriously the way he talks. Like it's just so monotone. It sounds so sarcastic. I'd be like, I don't know if he's being serious or not.
Like
I'm still gonna go with Johnny Depp.
Yeah, fancy, but not like overly fancy with his like one tone.
But yeah,
Harley's in comments.
I'm still going JD.
Yes,
like, I go YouTube this.
Harley.
Again, Harley's in comments. Jason went on Ellen. Well, I had to stop. So Jason went on Ellen with the cloth just covering his junk.
Yeah, he did. He has a nice ass too.
Quite literally a ballsy move.
Yeah.
So Johnny Depp moves on 5-2. Bubble starts us off on this one. How about I don't know what to give you. How about Bob Barker versus Alec Trebeck?
Ooh, that's a fuck you, Freddie. I like both these guys. They're iconic.
Right?
Oh my god.
Okay, first off, Bob Barker is sick day from school. Okay, like that was kindness enough. Okay, and then we got Alex Trebeck, who he just looks like a cinnamon roll. Like,
what?
He looks like a cinnamon roll.
I cannot wrap my head around that one.
just so sweet.
Oh my god.
That's the best. I've never heard somebody.
I wouldn't have gone cinnamon roll, but
you and that chili, honey.
I wish he didn't go lollipop.
Yeah. How many licks does it take to get to the center?
Depends on how well you lick it.
Depends
Anyways.
how big your tongue. Depends how big your tongue is, Jamie.
It's 364, by the way, Jamie. Just to let you know.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and give this vote to Harley, who I think came up across the screen as Bob Barker. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna choose Bob Barker for this one.
Bob Barker gets a vote. Jeremy, Bob Barker, Alex Trebeck.
Let's see. I mean, Bob Barker is kind of a dick, though, because he wants to spay and neuter all cats and dogs. I mean, you want to cut off the testicles of poor dogs. Like, you fucking asshole. Like, 100% Alex Trebeck.
So notice he said nothing about, taking like the whole like uterus out of the female and stuff so she can't get pregnant. He just said something about the males being denutted.
I'm a man. I protect balls.
He's pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's because he's always got testes on the mind.
I'm a man. I care about my balls.
Me too.
Ain't nobody cutting my balls off.
So you'd rather have a bunch of strays running around aimlessly?
Yes,
Awesome.
I would attach them to a sleigh and fucking use them.
We might need to edit that right out because that's one of two.
Brian,
Normally,
Bob Barker, Alex Trebeck.
All right.
Will thank me.
I gotta go with the Thanos of the animal community, which is Bob Barker. Not only is Bob Barker a great host, man, he is huge in the animal community. He sponsored, remember that show Whale Wars? He bought them a boat so he could fight whaling, whole bunch of stuff. And if anyone's ever been incarcerated, Bob Barker's got your back. That's an inside tip for all your ex-felons. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Just don't drop the soap when he has your back. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. The Bob Barker brand soap. That's what I'm saying. Bob Barker's got your back if you've ever been incarcerated, guys.
Oh my God.
Jamie, Bob Barker, Alex Trebeck.
I was never a big Jeopardy fan. Our town that we live in is a Jeopardy question, but I don't know. I found it to be very boring, monotone, and I'm not saying that he's not nice because of that. Just doesn't strike me as someone that's outgoing. Bob Barker just seems more into it with the crowd, more personable. And I mean, the price is wrong, Bob, but you are going to get my vote. Because that pretty little microphone, like who would want to hold the microphone and be all like,
I do feel cute with it.
That's what Bubbles and freaking Andy use.
I know, the tiny little microphones. I love you guys for that. It's so adorable. Like last week, she just all talking and like mic drop. Like, come on.
Seriously, I thought it was a mini vibrator last week.
Bob Barker made that microphone iconic, so giving it to him.
Bob Barker gets the vote. I'm going to keep it close. I'm going to go Alex Trebeck on this one. Both have recently passed in the last couple of years. Alex Trebeck died from, I believe, colon cancer. Bob Barker died because he's just fucking old.
It wasn't pancreatic?
I thought it was brain cancer.
Either way, he did.
No, I'm pretty sure
he had a heart attack.
I'm pretty sure Alex Trebeck was actually pancreatic cancer.
It might have been.
I don't know about Bob Barker. If Alex Trebeck died from brain cancer, could you imagine the memes? Considering that he did a show that was based on intelligence.
Right, and it is pancreatic.
It is pancreatic.
Yeah.
I Googled it, yeah.
Either way, but I'm gonna keep it close. I'm gonna go Alex Trebeck on this one because, yeah, it's kind of a 50-50 split.
He had a really cool house in the Hollywood Hills that you could see from Rodeo Drive. Just saying, he had a really cool house from there.
Q. If you vote for a certain one of these, it will push the vote to Jess as a tiebreaker.
Ooh.
I already know where she's going with the vote. I'm like about 99.99% repeating, of course, percentage of what she's gonna go with. But both are great hosts. I'll give them that. But Happy Gilmore kind of seals it for me for Bob Barker. I think you
Bob
had
Barker
enough.
gets the vote and the win. Jess, finish this out.
I'm going with Bob Barker.
Told you.
5-2. Bob Barker moves on to the next round. Jamie, do you happen to see that matchup?
Which one? The next one?
The one that Bob Barker's facing in the next round?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Jeremy starts us off. I'm gonna give you a Marvel.
Ooh.
A Marvel.
Marvel.
Marvel me, Freddie. Marvel me.
Is it Patrick Stewart or Hugh Jackman?
That's not really deserving of a fuck you, Freddie, I gotta say. It really isn't.
Wow.
But it's a good one. It makes you go, ooh.
Nah, I mean,
Hey, you were kind of like, ooh.
it's kind of because I was just kind of considering the fact that Patrick Stewart has had a lot longer to be a good guy than Hugh Jackman, and he has.
But he also had a lot longer to fuck up. So you can't really use that excuse that he's had a lot longer more than Hugh Jackman has.
Well, see, it's funny because he hasn't fucked up in that long, and that's why I'm voting for him. Because same as Johnny Depp, he would go to children's hospitals when he was younger, dressed as Picard, and freaking like do the whole thing for kids who were in Star Trek. So, I mean, fucking Patrick Stewart, he seems like the nicest guy in the world. He seems like after watching Blunt, he seems like he'd be fun as shit to smoke with.
Hello, Libra.
Patrick Stewart gets a vote.
Yeah.
Brian, Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman.
I'm gonna have to say Hugh Jackman. He seems like in real life, he seems like he would be a blast. He's like dancing and singing and joking. He's like a physical comedian. Those are the great guys. Patrick Stewart seems it might be a little stiff. You might have to get a couple whiskeys in him to loosen him up a little bit. Where I think Hugh Jackman's just ready to go. You know what I mean? So Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman gets a vote. Jamie, Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart.
I kind of feel like I don't care either way, but yet I am a huge Wolverine and Logan fan. So for Hugh Jackman and that aspect, but then also obviously I'm a fan for Patrick Stewart and the roles he's played. So it's kind of dumb. I don't care, but yet I really have enjoyed the both of them. So for Harley's birthday, I'm gonna go with Hugh.
Hugh Jackman gets another vote. I'm a huge theater nerd, as you guys know. Hugh Jackman is a huge theater nerd, but Patrick Stewart is even bigger theater nerd from all of his stage shows back in London and shit like that. So
He's
I'm going to go for
actor, the top one.
He is. He's a highly talented to it too. Patrick Stewart is getting my vote. Q. Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman.
So I think the only thing I've seen Hugh Jackman in is Van Helsing, and I didn't really care for Van Helsing.
You never saw Logan or any of the X-Men's?
No, I'm not like a big superhero fan.
I'm kind of shocked by that.
Because he's superhuman.
Real Steel?
I guess Night at the Museum too, I suppose.
He was in Real Steel too. That was a good one too.
I didn't see
Yeah, it
Real
was a dad
Steel.
movie, so.
Okay.
Yeah, and I didn't see that one. So
The Greatest Showman. I think.
Oh, Q was not watching musicals.
yeah, I'm not a musical person.
I'm not.
I like music. I just don't like musicals. There's a difference.
He's only musical in the bathroom.
You're right.
Didn't he also play guest
I didn't know
star
that.
on Broadway for Beauty and the Beast?
Yep. He's done a whole bunch of
Anyway,
shit.
I'm gonna have to go with Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart takes the lead. Jess, Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman.
I don't know much about these two, but looking at the movies and TV shows that they've been in, I've seen more Patrick Stewart than I have of Hugh Jackman, so I'm going to go with Patrick Stewart.
I, for some reason, would have thought you would have voted Hugh. You just seem like a Hugh Jackman fan. This is weird. I did not know this about you two.
Just
So you
because he likes the Jackman doesn't mean she likes.
Disappointed.
Oh my God! Shut up.
Wait a minute, Jamie. So,
Jess.
so you thought she was a huge Hugh Jackman fan?
Well, no.
She's a huge Jackman fan.
You jerk. gives off those vibes. Go on.
Bubbles finishes out on this one. Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart.
Oh, I was gonna go ahead and go with Hugh Jackman.
Patrick Stewart moves on in a split vote 4-3. Brian starts us off. How about Kevin Hart versus Kevin Hart versus Andy Sandberg?
Oh, wow.
That's a fuck you, Freddie. That's a fuck you, Freddie.
Because both seem like really, really genuine, nice guys. Like they both just seem like, wow. I'm gonna have to go Kevin Hart because I think he just tries a little harder. They're both super nice guys, but I think he has just more means to make people happy and charities and different things. So I'm gonna have to say Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart gets a vote. Jamie.
They're both hilarious, and I find that to be a huge personality trait that can make one more attractive or more sickening, depending on where your humor goes.
I feel offended.
Oh boy, yeah. Why? Do you feel salty that you're one end versus the other?
I feel I'm getting attacked. I want
to say one end ass. Kevin Hart, because he's at my level. We're both the short shits. We both have the Chihuahua, barking Chihuahua syndrome. He's hilarious, and his laugh makes me laugh. So
Kevin Hart gets another vote. I'm going to go for Kevin Hart as well. Napoleon complex aside on that one. I just think, dude, I appreciate his humor, especially as a dad. I appreciate his dad humor more than Sandberg's humor in general. So I'm going to go with Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, Andy Sandberg.
Kevin Hart is loud, just annoying, like absolutely like obnoxious, and it's just fucking funny as hell.
So
he's stealing Q's fucking gimmick. That's why I like him.
But I don't find Adam that funny at all. So I gotta go Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's fucking hilarious because he's loud, annoying, and obnoxious.
Going 4 and out, Kevin Hart moves on to the next round. Jess, Kevin Hart, Andy Sandberg.
I'm going to Kevin Hart.
Bubbles.
I don't think I've seen like Andy Sandberg.
9-9. Fucking Brooklyn 9-9.
That's my boy.
I've seen things that he's been in, but as far as like judging it on like a nicety thing, I've seen like charities and stuff like that Kevin Hart works with. I don't think I've ever seen anything like publicized as far as Andy Sandberg goes. So I don't know what nice things he does. So I'm going to have to say Kevin Hart on this one.
I mean, he did rejuvenate Justin Timberlake's career. So
I mean, like, okay, first off, I'm just going to throw this out there for anybody who does not know. I get conflicted because I do like Justin Timberlake songs, but as far as him as a person, I have a little bit of shade that I throw towards him because he had the opportunity to tell me happy birthday and then chose not to. Actually, that's a lie. He did tell me happy birthday, like as he's walking away, but he refused to take like a picture or anything during like a meet and greet thing. And I was like, I kind of paid for this. So that's my
You paid to meet him, not get a picture.
No, that's what usually comes with it, actually.
Usually, like either a picture, an autograph, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of have like a little bit of a bitterness towards it, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have good music.
But we can still remember the time that he wore the all denim outfit with Britney Spears, and then we can be okay with our lives now. That was horrible.
All right, Jeremy, finish this out. Kevin Hart, Andy Sandberg.
Oh, I'm sure as hell not letting Andy Sandberg get shut out here. I mean, he invented the greatest Christmas present ever, the dick in the box. So
that was a Mother's Day present, but okay.
Either way, works both ways. You could read the gift it multiple times a year. I mean, it worked Valentine's Day too. There you go. But put a bow on it, maybe some whipped cream. I don't know. Up to you how you want to do things. Maybe a couple cherries on top. But either way, fucking Andy Sandberg, 9-9 all day.
Andy Sandberg gets a vote. It is a 6-1 split. Moving on. Jamie starts us off. How about Snoop Dogg versus Anna Kendrick?
Oh, I mean, she's
Dang,
got
fucking
a
right.
very cute look. She is nice. She's an amazing singer. But I'm going to give it to Snoop Dogg because over the years, you have seen the niceness, the personality. You've seen more sides to him come out. At first, you didn't see what we see today when we first saw him in the music scene. So Snoop Dogg, all the way.
Snoop Dogg gets a vote. I'm gonna go with Snoop as well. You've seen Snoop's transition from wannabe thug to like a business owner, and it's really funny that there was a meme out there a while back that had him and Martha Stewart in it, and said like one of these two people are a felon.
That's funny. They did do a great job playing off with them two getting together. You are bringing up a good point on that. That's a great marketing right there. Great branding.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite branding too. One of my favorite things is they have an ad for Bic lighters, the little extended ones, and they have Martha Stewart. They have Snoop Dogg lighting candles and a whole bunch of other things to do with it. It's like you could do this, this, and this, and then Martha Stewart is holding on to the lighter. It's like, and among other things.
Yes.
And with that, I'm like, that's fantastic. Snoop Dogg gets my vote. Q, Snoop Dogg, Anna Kendrick.
So Snoop D-O-double-G is a fucking sellout, man. He just does anything that will make him money now, which I can't blame him for whatsoever. So props to Snoop. So I'm gonna have to go with Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg gets a vote. Jeff's.
I'm gonna give it to my girl Anna Kendrick.
If you guys didn't know, Snoop Dogg does have clothing out at Walmart. Not here in the Pella store that I've seen, but it is in the He has a clothing line at Walmart. You're welcome.
I think I just saw that the other day. While I was in Sacramento.
Outfit and stuff like that, and they got Letterman jacket kind of styles. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick gets a vote.
Does like a YouTube, oh goodness, like daily affirmation songs and things like that for kids.
Yeah. Kiddos, yeah, I got a couple friends that their kids daily have to listen to those affirmations, and they are very cute. They're good for adults too.
They are very good, and so that is actually specifically like the point where I'm like, yes, my vote is Snoop Dogg, because I do like those daily affirmations. My kids listen to them in the morning too. So,
with that, Snoop Dogg gets to win. Jeremy, Snoop Dogg, Anna Kendrick.
Don't really get too fucks about Anna Kendrick at all. I'll fucking take my gin and tonics all day with my boy Snoop. So yeah, Snoop Dogg gets the win. And plus, Snoop's shit of horror is fucking hilarious.
I would try to outsmoke him. I'd give it a go.
You failed.
I love to be all.
Well, yeah, he'd fail, but you'd have fun trying it.
Oh, most definitely.
You'd be comatose throwing up on yourself.
That's okay. That's okay. I still smoked with Snoop.
Brian,
I think I could give him a run. I think I could give him a run for his money.
I don't know.
I think we would go shot for shot until about 16, 17, and then I might fade out. But I think I could hang with Snoop for a minute. I'm gonna have to say Snoop. You know what? Again, you kind of change your life around. You get experiences, and you do the right thing. I think that speaks volumes. Than just being born nice, which Anna Kendrick seems to be. So we'll go Snoop.
Stu Dog gets to vote. The win 6-1 to the next round. Last up in first half of the first round. Let's go. Denzel Washington versus Viola Davis.
Ooh, fuck you, Freddie.
In honor,
a colorful fuck you, Freddie.
in honor of Jeremy's mom, I'm gonna go Denzel Washington.
This be true. This be true.
Q. Denzel Washington, Viola Davis.
I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with Denzel. Just because, well, it's Denzel.
Guess another one, Jess.
I'm gonna go with Viola.
Wow.
She is a badass. Let's just say that. Bubbles. Viola Davis, Denzel Washington.
I'm going to go ahead and agree with Jess. I'm going to pick Viola. I just kind of, I feel like on a niceness side, I feel like she just comes out a little bit more.
It is a tie game. Jeremy, Denzel, Viola.
I mean, I feel like in real life, they're both kind of could be hard asses and dicks at times, I'm sure. But I love Viola and How to Get Away with Murder, and I love Viola in the DC movie, so Viola.
Brian, Viola Davis, Denzel Washington.
I'm gonna say Denzel. He seems like he's a gentleman. He knows how to act proper. I think he even if you make him mad, he would just bite his tongue and then vent about it to his wife at home or something. Yeah, I'm gonna say Denzel.
Denzel gets a vote, which also means that it's a tie game. And Jamie is tiebreaker.
Oh, okay. What's funny is that playing off of what Brian said, I fully agree with this part. I feel that Denzel would tell you to fuck off in the utmost respectful way ever, that you'd be like, I will kindly go fuck off. Like, have no problem going fucking yourself because he told you to do so in such a nice way. Viola Davis has a very hard exterior, but I know she's very friendly, very nice, and very giving to charities. But I'm going to give it to Denzel because he exudes that kind of vibe in all of his roles, even the asshole roles.
Denzel Washington moves on with that vote. We'll be right back right after this break. Jeremy and Brian should be the only two that have ads this week.
Let Brian go first, because I might have to be getting up in a second or two.
Go ahead, dude. Just make sure to push mute on your mic.
Yeah, of course.
Brian, what you want to talk about?
Hey guys, make sure you're checking out the dailydank.com. You can check it out on YouTube and all the social medias. We have 2 shows daily, Monday through Friday. You got the crazy 7:10 a.m. wakey show, guys. We go about an hour or 2 hours sometimes. We have all sorts of cool topics. We play my personal favorite game, Name That Crime, where we look at crazy mugshots and you guys get to guess what these crazy felons did to get in that. We also play Arizona criminal or Florida felon, where we name off some crimes and you guys get to guess, did it happen in Arizona or did it happen in Florida? We got play all sorts of cool games like that. Very cannabis enhanced, guys. So come on, join us. We also do a 420 show Monday through Friday. This month, we're tackling all the Universal monsters. Every Monday, guys, we're deep diving into the Universal monster world. We did Frankenstein, we did Dracula, and boy, are our hands tired. No, we did all, we reviewed the movies, we did deep dive. We had our celebrity chef, Chef Bud Smoke, come in. He whipped up some Dracula desserts and some Frankenstein bell peppers. And then on Monday, guys, we are going to look at the OG. The OG Universal Monster movie, and that is Phantom of the Opera, guys, the one that set it all off. So make sure you're tuning in, thedailydank.com. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on the website and all the social medias. Thank you.
We are back for the second half of round one, and it looks like Q, who is...
He's here.
Okay. About to say, look like Q is out of the office, but apparently he's not. Q will be starting us off on this one, and we have, let's go, Obama versus Chadwick Bowsmen.
I don't even know who the fuck Chadwick Bowsman is, but fuck Obama.
Black Panther, bro.
Black Panther.
The Black Panther.
I'm not a superhero fan, guys.
Jackie Robinson.
You know who he is.
Nope, I don't think so.
Just look him up. You're okay.
No, I don't know him.
I am. He don't look familiar.
So this is an anti-Obama vote on this one. Jess, Obama, yeah. Chadwick Bowsman.
I'm going with Chadwick Bowsman.
Is it Bowsman or Bosman?
Bowsman.
Bowsman.
Yeah, I always pronounce it Bowsman.
Mm.
Bubbles, Bowsman, Obama.
Don't bomb us.
Bowsman, like I was just saying, he is absolutely beautiful. And did you say no bombers?
I said don't bomb us.
Chadwick Bowsman gets a vote. Jeremy, Bowsman, Obama.
I agree with Q actually on this one. No Obama all fucking day. Fucking no way. I didn't vote for him, and I definitely wouldn't vote for his fucking asshole he gave us now. But I will say Wakanda forever. Fucking Chadwick Bowsman, rest in peace.
Gets another vote. Brian.
I'm going to say Chadwick Bowsman. He did a lot of good things while he was alive. He didn't have a chance to, really fulfill everything. So I've got to go Black Panther.
Gets a vote. Jamie, Bowsman, Obama.
Obama.
Gets a vote. I'm going to give it to Obama as well.
Mainly, we just got Japan, guys.
I agree with the Bowsman vote. I really do. I'm glad he moved on, but I'm going to give it to Obama just for visibility purposes. Like, nobody ever thought that for the longest time that a black person would be president. And having somebody make that step, it just happened to be Obama, but he did do a whole bunch of stuff. He did put a whole bunch of stuff in place for disenfranchised across the world, white, black, Asian, whatever, just across the board, just helped a whole bunch of people out. Chadwick Bowsman did too. He was a boss till the very end, but Chadwick Bowsman moves on 5-2 to the next round. Jess starts us off. We have a Potter matchup.
Ooh.
Is it Maggie Smith or, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Robbie Coltrane?
Fuck you, Freddie.
I'm going to go with I'm sorry. I don't know who the F either one of them are, so I will be looking them up as you guys educate me. So
Maggie Smith, by the way, is McGonagall.
Oh.
And Robbie
Hagrid,
is,
Robbie
of course,
Hagrid. They both are absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to blow my load.
Giggity.
Why would you do that? Because then it just goes right all over me.
This is being recorded too. That's excellent.
You have the ability to blow your load there too.
I mean, she's already gone.
So. Jeremy.
Right, I was gonna say we go all over Jeremy. I don't think he'd mind.
Yeah, I don't think you'd mind either.
I think he's gonna use his lotion on his face.
Let me go get my bib and my tasting spoon, and we'll be good to go.
Let's go. All right. Who's voted for Mark?
Bubbles.
No, it's Bubbles.
Oh,
We're going with the real people on here, but I'm gonna go with the Potter characters because that's the theme we're going off of. Is it McGonagall or Hagrid?
You know what? I am gonna go with McGonagall or Maggie Smith on this one. I've seen her in a couple of other different movies. I've seen her kind of like in the public, whereas Robbie, on the other hand, the only thing that I've seen him in is Harry Potter and anything other than that, I haven't heard or seen anything that was really notable to me. So
Maggie Smith gets a vote. Jeremy, Maggie Smith, Robbie Coltrane is not here right now. He's taking care of dad duties.
In
Brian.
the chat, he put Hagrid.
Okay. Hagrid gets a vote. Brian.
I'm gonna have to go with Hagrid. Hagrid. He seems like the nicer of the bunch.
Gets a vote. Jamie.
Had to look them both up. Like I said, I do recognize who Maggie Smith is. I will give my vote to her.
I will be going for the Hagrid on this one. I am man enough to admit on this one that when there's a Harry Potter special on HBO Max right now where they went back and they were looking at the movie. They brought a whole bunch of people back. There's a whole bunch of people gone since that movie ended, but he made a comment about how Hagrid will be here after he's long gone, and then like 2 months later the guy died. So
coincidence?
No, but
he knew he was going. He knew he was.
Yeah, but having that ability to put that much emotion into what you're doing, that's just what it is for me. So he gets my vote off of that one. Q.
I think Hagrid would probably beat McGonagall. Yeah, I'm probably gonna go with Hagrid.
I'm gonna stop you 1 sec before you finalize this. Just because I want to fuck with Jess for a minute.
Giggity.
If you go for Maggie on this one, it will push the vote to her. And she blew her load.
It is a curse. It is a curse.
oh my
I mean, at this point now, it's just being a bastard move. So,
goodness.
It is our 100th episode.
and honestly enough, I only feel like Hagrid would win because he is a half giant. So it would like the spells wouldn't affect him as much as his spells would affect McGonagall.
I don't think that's how magic works, Q.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
It's definitely no. It's not like cooking a potato. Like the smaller it is.
Well,
the faster.
no, like what I'm saying is Hagrid is
Or getting drunk. I mean,
okay. So you can't just go up to a giant and stupefy it. You can't just go up to a dragon and stupefy it because.
How do you know? Did you try?
No, they've done it. They did it in the movies.
I've never met a giant,
not the
but
movies.
I've talked to a couple
The
trolls.
books. It is explained in the books that it takes several wizards to stupefy a dragon. 10 minimum.
Okay.
So with that being said, the same would be for like a giant or a half giant even. Their spells wouldn't be as effective. So I'm still going with McGonagall though.
So in the end, Q is not getting laid tonight.
I think that this
No,
definitely
she's
calls
gonna
for
death
a
man.
you Freddy moment from Jess.
Dun dun dun.
Jeff, tie-breaking decision after blowing your load.
I think
she's discussing in her head with her
I
other personalities about her marriage.
so hard because I love both of these people.
But
But
it's the second half of the round, so we do have the matchup for the next one. Do you want to know who the winner is facing?
yes.
I don't think it's going to matter, but I'm going to let you know. This 4-3 split will be facing another 4-3 split in Patrick Stewart.
I think I'm gonna go with Maggie. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Maggie.
In a 4-3 split, Maggie Smith moves on to the next round. Oh. Bubbles starts this one off. Is it Taylor Swift
Oh God.
or Ed Sheeran?
This one's super easy. I'm gonna go with Ed Sheeran. Like, I don't think that Taylor Swift is like in person as nice as she puts off in front of a camera. Whereas Ed Sheeran, I absolutely think he's as genuine on and off camera.
Ed Sheeran gets a vote. Jeremy still looks like he's out of the office currently. So we're going to skip him for now. Brian, is it Ed Sheeran or Taylor Swift?
I will never, ever vote against Tay-Tay, guys. I got a playlist in my phone that says Tay-Tay exclusively. Guys, I celebrate her entire catalog. All right? It's Taylor Swift all the way for me, much to my kids' dismay. I do.
Overrated.
There are lip-syncing moments in my car as I drive down the road with Taylor Swift. That is true.
Taylor Swift gets a vote. Jeremy, we're going to go back to you on this one. Is it Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran?
I didn't see that coming.
I don't like either of these people by any means or their music, but for Amanda, I'll go Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift gets another vote. Jamie, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran.
So usually I shock people when I tell them and show them how much of a country fan I can be, and how much of a like just specific artists that I'm a fan of. I never really got huge into Taylor Swift, but I can respect the fans. I can respect the process. I can respect that. And because of it, how excited Brian just got saying Tay-Tay, I'm gonna give it to Tay-Tay.
Taylor Swift gets a vote. Taylor Swift gets the win. Because I will be going for Taylor Swift as well. I made a comment on Facebook. I made a post on Facebook a couple weeks ago about the fact that I'm admittedly a Taylor Swift fan. I'm a fan of her music. She recently, and granted, I personally think every celebrity or anybody who has over like $1 billion in the bank should be doing this anyway. But she gave like each of her crew like $50,000, which is like a year's salary type thing. Could you imagine having a year's salary from your boss, just like, here, take it type thing? And she's done all.
And there's no taxes. I'm good with it.
She's been through a whole bunch of shit as far as her music goes, and how she's had to take it back from evildoer people.
Listen, and we'll just give her the quote unquote. She helped some people become Kansas City Chief fans, considering she supposedly, like, where the hell did that come from? Why were people throwing this big fit saying she supposedly caused such a ruckus at a football game? Fuck off, clown. She's dating the dude. She's of course going to be there. Calm down.
The only thing that will make this better,
making a huge deal out of it,
if Taylor Swift does a Super Bowl halftime show next year, because she's going to be there anyway. So
that's so dumb. It's going to be Usher, but I'm just saying it's one of those things that just
no. Next season, I don't give a shit about
this one planned out. The Super Bowl. I know Usher is going to be in this one.
Usher.
Yeah, I don't. I haven't watched a Super Bowl. I haven't watched a halftime since The Rock beat the hell out of Mick Foley during halftime heat back in the 90s. So there's that. But yeah, Taylor Swift gets my vote. Q.
So it's Taylor Swift or Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Sheeran, tomato, I don't know. Give me a song you sing.
He does that Shape of You song for Ed Sheeran, and it's about a stripper.
Okay, I already don't like it. I'm going Tay-Tay.
Tay gets a vote. I'm pretty sure Ed Sheeran is from the Weasley family, so.
He's gotta be a Weasley.
Another Weasley. Jess, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran.
I used to be a huge fan of Taylor Swift. That was before she got with
Good.
health.
No, what? Else? No. There you go.
Whatever his name is, I don't really make any shit. But I'm gonna have to go with Ed Sheeran.
It is a 5-2 split. We'll be facing another 5-2 split in the next round. And I'm pretty sure Jess's vote on that one is already taken care of. So Jeremy starts us off. Is it Bill Nye the Science Guy or Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I feel like they're both very intelligent men, but I feel like Neil deGrasse Tyson is the type of person who would be a dick because he's so intelligent. I feel like Bill Nye you could smoke a blunt with and have fun with, and he have like intelligent conversations with him. So I would 100% go Bill Nye because I would love to discuss some paranormal topics with him while I've spoken with him.
Bill Nye gets a vote. Brian.
Bill, what were the two options? I'm sorry.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy, or Neil deGrasse Tyson?
I'm going to have to say Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's easy for me to say. I think Bill Nye is kind of a stick in the mud. I think he has his freaking beliefs and he's dug in on them and that's it. And he would just be kind of like, I'd be smoking out and he'd be trying to lecture me about some nonsense. And I'd be like, he's that one friend. You're just like, so I'm going to have to go the other way.
Neil deGrasse Tyson gets a vote. Jamie.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with Bill Nye because as soon as you said the other dude, I was like, who? Looked him up, and I'm still going, who? And just looking at his face, he doesn't look very nice. So again, Bill Nye.
Bill Nye gets a vote. Neil deGrasse Tyson gets a vote for me. Yeah. Bill Nye, like this is not really a vote for Neil deGrasse Tyson. It's a vote against Bill Nye. He's gotten super political in the last, like 5 or 6 years. It's gotten to a point that a lot of kids who grew up with him are now adults and are now are having their kid watch the new Bill Nye programs, and it's putting political beliefs in a kid show, and I just don't appreciate that. I don't agree with his political beliefs the majority of the time, but I also don't believe in a lot of political beliefs. So that wouldn't really swing my vote either way. But just the fact that using that kind of platform to try to swing votes from people who can't even vote is just weird. So, and Neil deGrasse Tyson is a smoker, Jeremy.
I didn't say
he is an avid. He is. He is.
I didn't say he wasn't.
He is it. He's an avid smoker. He has promoted it for years.
Yeah, but to me,
saying
that'd be like smoking with Carlton versus smoking with the Fresh Prince. I'd rather smoke with the Fresh Prince.
No, he gets high. He goes space age. It's actually kind of funny.
Keep my brother's name out your mouth.
Your mouth. Q. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Bill Nye.
Bill Nye, the Science Guy, just because of the theme song only. It was catchy as fuck, and I remember every word still to this day. It's ridiculously stupid.
That's because it's like 4 words.
So?
Freddie, he's impressed he can do that.
That's all the amount that he actually knows.
Yeah. Bill Nye gets a vote. Jess.
A dog's attention span is usually up to 3 words.
Well,
I'm gonna go with Bill Nye.
Bill Nye gets to vote and the win. Bubbles, finish us out.
I feel like this is so difficult because I loved watching Bill Nye growing up and everything. But just like Freddie was saying, like a lot of his things nowadays are kind of getting like super political. And it also blows my mind that like out of all like the actors and things like that, you've got like Natalie Portman that actually has a PhD where Bill Nye does not have like a doctorate or anything like that for any science. So he's strictly just kind of like a TV showman. So I think I'm going to vote for the other guy, even though I don't even know his name, just as a vote against Bill Nye as well.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
There we go. What has he played in? I just need to know like anything that I might.
He
does like voiceovers.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he's a. You ever seen Cosmos?
He's an astrophysicist and writer.
Well,
yeah, he's a.
Now that he needs the vote.
He's Sheldon in real life.
He's at least a scientist.
Yeah.
Black Sheldon.
Black Sheldon, is that what you just called?
Yep. I did.
But cooler.
There's
start number 1. Bill Nye moves on 4-3. Next vote. Brian starts us off.
You're
that dog out here.
Aren't you?
Hey, Brian, you a basketball fan?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm going to give you this one. How about Steph Curry versus Shaq?
Ooh. Steph Curry seems more. Shaq's a nice guy, but it's almost like, hey, I'm retired. Everyone loved me. I'm going to be this nice guy. Where when he was competitive, you really didn't see that side of him. Where Steph Curry, I think he always, just puts that out. So yeah, Steph Curry.
The word you're looking for is exudes.
There you go.
There you go. Like mine. Brian goes for Steph Curry on this one. Jamie, Steph Curry or Shaq?
I feel like when you asked Brian if he likes basketball or not, my mind instantly went to not just because he looks like him, but what White Men Can't Jump. And the song, I Wish I Was a Little Bit Taller, because Brian, you look short. I don't know how tall you are, but my ass is literally 5 feet and a half, and I have no room to talk.
I'm like 5'10", like 5'11".
Okay.
I'm not. I'm like average. Yeah,
short. I went there with it. Anyways, I'm gonna give the off of what Brian said. That's true. It doesn't seem like Shaq shows that niceness to him, and he has a different type of vibe and what he exudes out versus Stephen Curry or Stephen Curry, whatever his name is. He's got some pretty nice shoes, so I'm gonna vote for him.
Vote for the footwear. I'm gonna go for Steph Curry as well. Actually, he's for people who don't know who Steph Curry is. He is the host. He's the host of Holy Moly. Have you ever seen that show? He does Subway commercials right now, taking over for Jared while he's on vacation, and he plays for the Oklahoma City, or I can't remember. Anyway, he plays with his balls. Go that.
You get me?
Shaq doesn't play with his balls anymore. He's too old for it. But Steph Curry does a whole bunch of shit. He just really does. It's too much.
He's the Golden State Warriors, I believe, is what he's on.
There you go. Golden State Warriors, which is in California. So yeah, Steph Curry is there. Q, Steph Curry, Shaq.
All right, hang on a second. I just got an instant offer on my fucking phone, real quick. Hang on. So it's got to be Steph Curry, though. The commercial. Anybody? All right. Okay.
Over here, everybody.
No, I was waiting for
commercial. Where he's sitting there.
Commercials anymore.
Where he's sitting. Well, ad. My bad. Ad. Where he's sitting there with the WNBA. I can't think of her name right now.
Yes.
And he's like, I got an instant error offer, or some bullshit. There's like fighting back on who gets the most instant offer. Come on, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. They talk about how many rings they have in championships. Yeah, I got you. Sorry.
Steph Curry gets to vote and the win. Jess, Steph Curry or Shaq?
Curry.
Gets another one. Bubbles, are you in? There you go.
I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Curry on this one too.
Who doesn't like a good curry?
I'm surprised
And
you
Jeremy
Do you say
finishes out.
a curdy or a turdy?
I said curry.
Jeremy finishes out.
Oh, I mean, my vote definitely is going to Shaq. I mean, my big-footed brother. He wears
6 to
size
1,
22.
Steph Curry.
He wears size 22. I'm only 5 sizes behind him, so.
Jesus. I'm at like 13 and I have a problem getting shoes. So Steph Curry gets a vote.
I'm mine only.
How tall are you, Jerry?
6 foot, about 6 foot even.
Oh, really? I figured you'd be like 6'4", 6'5" with feet like that. Holy Nikes.
And just big platforms, man.
Holy Nike.
It's Nikes. You know what they say about guys with big feet? They wear big shoes. I'm just saying.
They do.
They have really
do.
big socks.
Oh, I can't find big enough socks.
Yeah.
Steph
I
Curry
don't know
wins
about
6 to
anybody
1.
There was so many. Oh, that was such low hanging fruit. There's so many things we could have thrown at you right there. I think that's the mercy of the bastards.
I'm used to it. 100 episodes in, I'm used to it.
Steph Curry gets to vote. Jamie starts us off. How about Jim Carrey or
Amy
Poehler? Yeah. I was trying to figure out how to pronounce her last name.
No, you're good. If you've seen recently, I was actually just talking with Dre on Mass Debaters last week on Jim Carrey, and went through a lot of his movies. And I'm a huge Jim Carrey fan. He comes to a little town about 45 minutes away from us and visits off and on. And so I'm gonna give it to Jim Carrey just because I can't get enough of that man. Bucket list someday to be able to meet him or get a cameo with him. Something. I would love it.
Jim Carrey gets a vote. Jim Carrey gets the second vote. There's I wouldn't call it a famous photo because it's kind of like locally famous of Jim Carrey just hopping on one of the buses with like the Pella school kids when they were up doing some kind of sports meet, and then hopping back off the bus. Yeah, it was a state championship, and just hopping back off the bus. I love random shit like that.
Did nobody notice it was him?
We lost
No,
the game.
they knew it was him.
We lost the game, and he gets on the bus and he goes, "Who's the real losers now?" and takes one of the best pictures with them I've seen in a long time.
Wow.
I'll pull it up and I'll get it. I'll share it.
I can definitely see how he said it too. Like, who's the loser now? Snap.
Yeah, he did the whole thing. I was told he really was in it. So
Giggity.
Plus, I don't know enough about Amy to even deal with her nice side because I'm not really a fan of her in general. So Jim Carrey will be getting my vote. Q. Jim Carrey or Amy Poehler?
See, most definitely. And I mean Jim Carrey.
Gets another one. Jess.
Jim Carrey.
Bubbles.
So I think that Amy Poehler, she looks nice and she looks like she's like a nice person. But as far as like kindness, like just a natural kindness, it definitely has to go to Jim Carrey. So that's absolutely my vote. That was such a cool picture, by the way, Jamie. I did see that.
I
just thought it was fun how they did that.
I would put that in chat, and I might use it for the cover photo for this episode, so the rest of people can see it too. Jim Carrey has already won this, but Jeremy, what is your vote?
I pretty much am going to piggyback on what Bubbles there said. Because I mean, freaking, it's Jim Carrey. I mean, Amy Poehler is freaking awesome. I love her work, but it's fucking Jim Carrey. He's an amazing person in real life too. My grandfather actually had him in his RV because my grandfather used to rent his RV out for like stars when they did commercials and shit. So my grandfather actually met him. And he was like the nicest guy ever.
And Brian, finish this out.
Oh, you got to go Jim Carrey for sure. Amy, whatever her name is, kind of. I remember watching when she hosts a couple gigs, like the Academy Awards or whatever it was. It wasn't that big, and they tend to go a little political and like to express their opinions a little too much on those shows, and that kind of turned me off of her personality right then. So I got to go Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey gets the vote and the sweep.
Yeah.
To the next round.
I
start us off.
Like voting against Jim Carrey would be like voting against Robin Williams.
Oh, and that's
my just true heart and feeling.
You should know that we have a traitor amongst the bastards here. That's some bullshit that Q does.
Yep. I start us off. Let's go Jennifer Aniston versus Craig Ferguson. Everybody knows who Jennifer Aniston is. Craig Ferguson, some people might not know. He was the host of the Late Late Show for a couple of years. He was the boss. Yeah, he was the boss on the Drew Carey Show, and a couple other things as well. But that's the two main things. I've met the dude. Like, he was up in Des Moines about a month ago, so. We went for my wife's birthday, and I got a picture with him. I got a signed poster as well. Funny fucking show. Great guy. Stayed until the entire, like, the last person left type thing. And he had a show the next day to go across state and everything else. So I got to give him props. And again, I don't know enough about Jennifer Aniston's charity work or anything else that she's done other than just be on Friends and play a really, really terrible boss. So there's that. Craig Ferguson, my vote. Q.
Sure. I will agree with Freddie. I don't even know what the hell's going on. Freddie.
Jennifer Aniston.
Wait, who?
Jennifer Aniston or Craig for?
Oh, I gotta go Anniston. Fuck, what the hell? What the fuck's wrong with you, Freddie?
What'd you get for not paying attention?
Jess. Yeah, what's wrong with you, bro?
Jennifer Aniston.
bro. Jess is going for Jennifer Aniston as well. Bubbles, Jennifer Aniston, Craig Ferguson.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go with Craig. I mean, I'm not too familiar, but just kind of like what you're describing. Sounds great. And then I have to agree. I don't know of any like charities or anything like that Jennifer Aniston has done.
It is a tie game. Jeremy, Jennifer Aniston, Craig Ferguson.
I mean, I also have never really heard of Jennifer Aniston doing anything charitable or nice. Like, I mean, I like her. I like her in movies and shit, but I gotta go Mr. Wick.
Craig Ferguson gets a vote. Brian.
I'm gonna go Craig Ferguson. He always seems upbeat. I think seems genuine, and I don't think we ever really see like a real true side of Jennifer Aniston. It's always characters she's playing. I don't think I've ever seen like a sit down interview where she's completely her. So yeah, gotta go Craig Ferguson.
One of the things about Craig Ferguson too is that he was supposed to take over for Jay Leno when Jay Leno left, and then he got just completely ousted, and like he was promised that spot, and then they just didn't give it to him. So instead of blasting people and like media about how he was screwed over, he just finished out his term and left peacefully. And if you have the ability to type a turn the other cheek type situation on something that you've worked for years and not go scorched earth in the process, like freaking CM Punk, for instance. That's kind of the sign of a good dude. So that's my deal. So should we not vote on that one? Okay,
Me.
I thought you started that one. I started that one off then. Jamie,
Yep.
Craig Ferguson, Jennifer Aniston.
I mean, if we were voting on nicest hair, it would definitely be Jennifer Aniston, hands down, because that woman has not had a bad hair day, period.
Ever.
But
That girl
Well.
doesn't even age.
right. The very little work she's had to have done in the upkeep to keep looking that great. Give it to her on that bracket. But right now, I'm not giving my vote to her. There's something about Craig Ferguson's characters he's played, but his stand-up comedian acts and things like that. I relate to him, and I really love his super dark, twisted humor. So I'm into him. There's my vote.
Craig Ferguson gets a vote and the win. Last up in the first round, Q starts us off. Is it Chris Evans or Paul Walker?
I feel like voting for Paul Walker would be almost cliche.
Yeah.
But fuck it. Paul Walker.
Paul Walker gets a vote. Jess?
Not a Walker anymore.
Nah.
You're such an asshole. I'm gonna go with Paul Walker.
Paul Walker gets another vote. Bubbles?
This one's so hard because, like, did Paul Walker do anything like donating or anything like that? Because I feel like on that field they're kind of level.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Evans does either. So I think this is just a personal opinion type thing.
Oh, this one's really hard.
That's what they keep telling me.
Chris Evans does go to hospitals dressed as Captain America.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah.
It's so hard because, like, you hear like people or like fans that had met Paul
So
Walker.
this is
and
what
like,
Paul Walker, according to Google.
Wait, just cut her off. Wait, just cut her off. Are you kidding me right now? I apologize for my wife's ill manners. Will you hold that thought and will you continue and finish your process? I apologize. I am deeply sorry.
I was just gonna say that, like, fans would say like he was really sweet and genuine when like he would meet him, like full on attention 1-to-1. I hear like nice things about Chris Evans, but I kind of also get that like same Justin Timberlake, like I'm too good sometimes and I'm just gonna blow you off and keep going kind of vibe. This one's difficult. Oh my god. I'm gonna go Paul Walker on this one.
Paul Walker gets a vote. Jess, as you were saying.
So Paul Walker has donated over $2.5 million to humanitarian efforts and has helped with disasters and nonprofit organizations, according to Google.
There you go. Google with the answer again. Jeremy, Paul Walker, Chris Evans.
This is going to be a vote based seriously and solely on my fucking hate of Fast and the Furious franchise. So 100% Chris Evans. Fuck Fast and the Furious. Worst fucking movies ever.
Chris Evans gets a vote.
Fast. I'm special.
In space. Brian, Chris Evans, Paul Walker.
Nobody likes the tuna sandwiches here. You got to go Paul Walker. Anyone who would show up on the first day of filming and eat the tuna sandwiches out of some weird mechanic's kitchen, you gotta have respect. No, Paul Walker, I think he's just done more. Chris Evans just seems like he's an actor who goes through the motions and they have him booked to show up and he shows up, does his stick. I think Paul Walker actually cared about some stuff. So we'll go Paul Walker.
Gets a vote. Jamie.
I was gonna go Chris Evans, but I've been going back and forth for a minute. I think I'm gonna actually give it to Paul Walker.
gets a 5th vote, gets a 6th vote. I'm going to go for Paul Walker as well. The thing about Paul Walker, though, is that people said a whole bunch of stuff about him after he died. But I don't remember hearing anything about him before he died, about how nice he was. But using the same respect on that one, I definitely don't hear anything about Chris Evans being nice either. And he's had more time to do it. So there's that. Paul Walker will be getting my vote. It is 6-1. We'll be right back right after this break. Jeremy, what's up?
Well, Freddie, what's up is we're getting in the Halloween spirit tonight on Paranormal Than Normal. Yes, in just a short, I don't know, like 2 hours and 20 minutes, we'll be doing the first part of the Slashers movies bracket tonight with my Monster Squad of guests that we have coming. It is going to be an awesome time to talk about hot girls getting killed. So, fuck yeah, let's do that. And then next week on Maniacal Music Musings, we have the Rolling Stone bracket part 1, where we're going to fucking talk shit about Rolling Stone and how horrible their ranking of music is. So come check out both those. And if you don't, that's your loss. I don't care.
Jeremy's got a busy ass day podcasting today because he's got this show, then his show tonight. And then we have, we're doing recasting call tonight too. So we got a whole bunch of shit going on.
Yeah, I got 3 tomorrow too. So yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that, but welcome back for round 2. It looks like Jess starts us off. How about Patrick? God, my voice is fucking going.
Patrick Swayze.
I know, dude. My voice has been going all day. How about Patrick Stewart or Maggie Smith?
Maggie Smith.
Gets a vote. Bubbles
Maggie Smith.
gets another one. Jeremy.
Oh, Hagrid lost? Fuck you all. Patrick Stewart. This is a fucking hatred vote. Hate y'all for making fucking Hagrid lose. My fellow giant. Fuck y'all.
Half giant.
Yeah, half giant. Brian, Patrick Stewart, Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith.
They can't handle the full giant, Q. They can't handle the full giant.
Never go full giant. You never go full giant.
Full giant. Jamie, Maggie Smith, Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Gets a vote. I'm going to seal it up for Maggie Smith on this one. Q.
Yeah, I'm like, honestly, I hate the name Maggie, so I'm just gonna go with Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I'm surprised you didn't say McGonagall.
Yeah, I'm going with
I was kind of surprised about that too. And Mrs. Smith is not long, but McGonagall is.
Right?
Shut up.
That's like saying WWW instead of World Wide Web.
I don't know if she was married or.
I'm pretty sure she is actually, but Maggie Smith moves on to the next round. Bubble starts us off. How about Johnny Depp or Taylor Swift?
Johnny Depp.
Gets a vote. Jeremy.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like Taylor. I'm not a fan. So Johnny Depp all fucking day. That's easy.
Gets another one. Brian.
One of these have had their fingers cut off and have dipped it in cocaine. And one sings about having her heart broken a lot. I'm going to say, God, I really want to say Johnny Depp since I said that out loud, but I can never vote against Tay-Tay. So I'm going Tay-Tay all day.
Tay-Tay all day for Brian on that one. Jamie.
Because I'm really mad at Jason Momoa not being in this mix, I'm gonna vote for Tay-Tay and all of her bad decisions on each boyfriend she keeps getting with and breaking up and writing a fucking banger afterwards. All these men should know I'm only gonna be the next greatest song.
That's the only banger I hear that's going on with her, but I don't know.
I feel that if Jess is allowed to vote with her pants, I'm allowed to vote with my pants, so I'm gonna go for Taylor Swift on this one.
That would be the perfect time to say Johnny Depp. Oh my God, that would have been excellent.
I thought he was going to say Johnny Depp, honestly.
Oh, it would have been so good.
Swinging a miss, Freddie. Swinging a miss.
No. Dude, Taylor Swift is fucking beautiful. She really is. Like, as far as looks wise and everything else, dude, she is justifiably a good looking girl.
I would put my penis in.
I would respectfully decline. I would respectfully decline because
no.
it's like
I want a song written about me because I'm getting royalties for that bitch.
My penis is not good enough for Taylor Swift.
Shit, she wanted the full dick. She could only take half of it. Get out of here.
Gives my vote. Q, Taylor Swift or Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Which means there's a tie decision coming down to Jess, and we all know where this is going. What's your vote there, love?
Taylor Swift.
That would have been fucking hilarious.
That would have been hell fate.
That would have been a straight wrestling angle where they rip off the shirt and it's a whole nother team. They're like,
like, what the fuck?
Team Tay-Tay.
Johnny Depp moves on 4-3 and split vote.
Either swiftly out the door. Yes.
Oh.
Jeremy starts us off. How about Paul Walker or Kevin Hart?
Fuck Fast and Furious. I'll give it to Kevin Hart in this one. Fuck yeah.
Kevin Hart gets a vote. Brian?
I'm going to go Kevin Hart. I just wanted to add something from earlier in the conversation when you guys were saying how crazy the Fast and the Furious franchise has gotten. The first one, they were stealing DVD players from truckers, and then all of a sudden now they're like superheroes punching through walls and buildings are falling down around them. When did all this happen? I mean, oh my God.
Agreed.
Yeah.
They're just supposed to be like the best drivers in the world, I guess.
Right. Now we're turning them into fucking superheroes.
Yeah, I'm like, when do they get superpowers? Like, even Robert Downey Jr. needs a suit to do it. You know?
Right, but what's their superpower? Ooh, I could drive fast and crash.
Hey, remember when I got those DVD players from those truckers? You think they sit around and they talk about that? Hey, remember when we used to jack those DVD players? Huh?
Yes.
Just don't give Diesel a fucking a crowbar.
Brian, Paul Walker, Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Gets a vote. Jamie?
Yep.
I'm going to fourth that, which means we'll be moving on. Q, Kevin Hart, Paul Walker. Jess?
Kevin Hart.
And Bubbles.
Yep.
That was my vote.
Justin vote.
I thought you said yep.
That was cute.
Sorry, I was looking down.
You said yes.
Yeah.
That's
I am so, Kevin Hart, but that was straight up Quentin talking.
The really the bad fact that Q can pass out as a girl is just.
Hey, my balls have only halfway dropped, all right? They're getting there.
Do you pretend to be her when you call in sick for work? He's really sick. He can't get up right now.
Don't give him any ideas.
That is a great idea. Oh my God, I never thought about that.
Just know I have insiders at your job.
You have one insider at my job, and I will ruin it.
Is this named Dick?
Herring? No.
Because I would love to see Dick be the insider.
No, it's not.
That was funnier than you acted.
Boo, dad joke.
Come on. Kevin Hart moves on 7-0.
It's a tough crowd today. Sweep.
Yeah. That was Jeremy. Brian starts us off. We'll go and battle the Bobs. We got Bob Saget versus Bob Barker.
Oh, Bob Barker all day long, every day.
Bob Barker gets a vote. Jamie.
Fucking Bob. Fucking Bob. Oh my God, Bob Saget.
What about Bob?
Yeah, what
Right.
about Bob?
Yeah, fucking Bob. Bob.
I love. I hate this matchup, but I love both of these people. I'm gonna go Bob Saget. I have a lot more memories with Bob Barker. The only comedic line I've ever heard Bob Barker ever say is the entire like what is it? Sorry. I think you've had enough. No, now you've had enough. That one then.
Bitch.
That.
He says bitch right
But
after.
Bob Saget, I know, but Bob Saget will be getting my vote on this one for his adult humor. Makes me laugh. Put a smile on my face. There's that. Cube. Bob Saget, Bob Barker.
Bob. I don't know which last name I want to pick though.
You're wrong,
Alright, so
Harley.
how many
Every woman
women kissed Bob Barker?
This is the fact that
No.
Better question.
Harley's
How many
right.
men kissed Bob Barker?
Harley is right. Every woman loves a Bob.
No, everyone loves two Bob. Not
the-
a Bob.
Everyone loves two.
Bob.
Yeah, there you go.
The only thing is that the B and the O stand for battery operated. It's a battery operated boyfriend. Every woman loves a Bob.
Fair enough.
Q, make your decision.
Fucking Bob Saget, man.
Bob Saget gets one. Jess
Bob Saget.
gets another one and the win. Bubbles.
I'm gonna go Bob Barker on this one.
I knew I should have.
And Jeremy, finish us off.
Oh, it's Bob Saget all day.
5-2. Bob Saget moves on to the next round. Jamie starts us off. Go Jim Carrey versus Denzel Washington.
Well, let me tell you something. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey gets a vote. I'm gonna go Jim as John.
Stroke one.
My voice is messing up. Fuck it. Jim Carrey gets my vote. Q.
Good pick.
Jeffs.
Jim Carrey.
Bubbles.
Jim Carrey.
Jeremy.
Did you really think I'm gonna go Denzel? It's fucking Jim Carrey. Come on.
And Brian.
Jim Carrey.
In a sweep, Jim Carrey moves on to the next round.
Jim Carrey for the win.
Jim Carrey for the win.
Hey, Brian, that was a good impression of Woody Harrelson saying Jim Carrey.
And that matchup between those two it just looks appetizing. Next up, I start us off. We have John Cena versus Craig Ferguson.
Damn, we haven't seen Cena for a little while.
Well,
Nobody has.
I absolutely love Craig Ferguson. Again, I had a chance to meet him in person, but if you're going to go on the niceness level, that 500 plus Make-A-Wish holds some serious weight on that. And I kind of want to see that matchup coming up in the next round as well. So John Cena will be getting my vote. Q.
I think Cena is probably in like the top 100 best white rappers ever. So I gotta go with Cena.
But you can't see him.
Okay, I can hear him. Go ahead, you.
Yeah, all matters. He's got a voice for radio. Face the match. Jess, John Cena or Craig Ferguson?
Cena.
Bubbles.
I'm gonna go with Cena on this one.
Cena moves on. Jeremy.
I mean, all those kids that Cena has FU'd right into their beds just to make a wish. I mean, it's got to be Cena.
Brian.
Your time is up. His time is now. You got to say John Cena.
And Jamie, finish this out.
Because I'm not like you, I'm actually going to continue this and let it sweep to Cena.
That is a sweep, as Jamie said. Cena moves on to the next round. Q starts us off. Is it Snoop Dogg or Bill Nye the Science Guy?
Okay, so Bill Nye's got one catchy tune, and that's his theme song. And honestly, I feel like since the guy really didn't have any type of like degree at all in like science or anything that I'm aware of, he was just literally reading a script, and he had the voice to attract people. I guess that's probably the only reason why he had the job. He didn't know shit about science.
But he
Snoop Dogg is a fucking G though. That's why he has the extra G at the end of his name, because he is G. So it's GG.
Bill Nye has the mechanical engineering degree. That is what he has.
Nothing to do with science.
Yeah, but Snoop Dogg's a motherfucking hustler. You better ask somebody.
Straight.
Snoop Dogg gets a vote. Jess.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop
Gets
has a
another one.
degree in thugonomics.
and he majored in fuck around and find out. Because murder was not the
Bubbles,
case.
is it Snoop Dogg or Bill Nye?
Oh, it's definitely Snoop Dogg.
Gets a vote. Jeremy.
Oh, as a married man, I've been in the doghouse a few times, so I gotta go Snoop Dogg.
Gets the win. Brian.
He also got that degree in thugonomics at the University of USC, the University of South Central. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. Great football team, though. I'm going to go Snoop all the way.
Jamie.
Snoop, sorry. Yeah, Snoop.
In a sweep, so like the fourth sweep in a row.
In a
Or
row.
fifth. Yeah, or fifth or one. I can't remember. Anyway, there's a lot of sweeps going on right now. Snoop Dogg faces another sweep in the next round. Jess starts us off, finishing out round 2. Chadwick Bowsmen, Steph Curry.
Chadwick. I
Gets a
could care
vote.
less about this matchup. But
Yeah, Bubbles.
I agree. Chadwick.
That say that you don't care either. Jeremy.
Who's Chadwick going against?
Steph Curry.
Oh, fucking Chadwick all day. Fucking Chadwick all day. Steph Curry, I don't even freaking know. I wouldn't even recognize him by song.
Brian.
I'll go Steph Curry.
Gets a vote. Jamie.
I'll still keep it with Steph Curry.
I am also going to go with Steph Curry, which means it is a tie-breaking decision coming down to Q. Do you want to know who Steph Curry or Chadwick Bowsmen is playing in the next round?
Sure, why not?
Going in another 4-3 decision, it is Maggie Smith.
I'm going to go Steph Curry with the shot, boy. Let's go.
Steph Curry takes out Chadwick Bowsmen. 4-3. We'll be right back right after this break. Update. Only person to blow their load is Jess. It's on the board for everybody else.
She's apparently that horny. She's got us back quick. Let's go.
It's all right. Welcome back for round 3 and beyond. It looks like Bubble starts us off. We're going to start with this. We're going to start with sweeps. Is it Kevin Hart or Snoop Dogg?
God damn.
I'm going to go Snoop Dogg. I feel like Snoop Dogg is probably a kinder person.
Snoop Dogg gets to vote.
I don't think
Jeremy.
he can be violent. He's too
Well,
high.
Legally, I don't think he can.
Well, I mean, just like Bubbles, Snoop likes to drop it like it's hot. So, Snoop.
Like it's hot. Oh my
Brian.
God, the Sun Drop commercials are still my favorite commercials of all time.
I'm going to go Kevin Hart.
Gets a vote. Jamie.
I think if they were with how Kevin Hart presents his arguments between him and his friends, if he were to argue with Snoop on who's the nicest, I think he'd win hands down for me, just because it'd be ultra hilarious. So Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart gets a vote. Kevin Hart gets another vote. I respect Snoop. I do. But as far as being nice and everything else, I think Kevin Hart is just a quite literal, down to earth. It's a short joke. Type of person.
It didn't go far, did
And
it?
Snoop is out of this
No.
world.
Literally.
And Snoop is just super high. So there's that. Kevin Hart be getting my vote on that one. Q. Kevin Hart or Snoop Dogg?
I think I would have a more enjoyable time hanging out with Snoop Dogg.
Which means, Jess, it is a tie-breaking decision.
Again?
Is it Kevin Hart or Snoop Dogg?
Vote for that gangster.
No.
Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. Wrong song. Wrong artist.
Yep.
Please don't kill me, but I'm gonna have to go with Kevin Hart.
Hang on. Hang on. No. Excuse us, everybody. Excuse us.
Domestic violence, live and in person.
4-3. Mark for edit. Jeremy.
Nope, no edit.
Jeremy starts us off. Is it Jim Carrey or Johnny Depp?
Fuck you, Freddie. Just fuck you. Gotta go get the rake. I'm gonna fuck you. But
Say I would have gone with the hoe, but that's the wrong side point.
well, I don't need two hoes. I need something in my hoe, you know?
Why a rake? I'm really confused. Like, does he have a lot of ass hair you have to rake through to be able to get to? Like,
Is there a lot of dingleberries?
A lot of rocks and different things you got to shift through. Like, is there sand? Do you need what kind of rake? Is it like the big the ones like that, or is it the fine ones?
Is it like the fan ones or the claw ones?
Yeah, the claw ones seem like.
See, it doesn't matter as long as the handle's long. That's all that matters. But it's 100% gonna be fucking Jim Carrey though.
You don't like to get in there. You like the distance.
he don't like to spread it. He likes to push it.
Jim Carrey gets a vote. Brian, is it Jim Carrey or Johnny Depp?
Jesus. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey gets another one. Jamie.
Jim Carrey.
It's Jim Carrey for the win on this one. Q.
Fuck you, Johnny.
I was gonna have to go Johnny Depp.
Good for you.
Even after your wife screwed you over by voting against Snoop Dogg?
Shut up.
I mean, he's already lost, so it don't matter at this point.
Freddie always bringing up old shit.
Right, bro. Leave the past in the past.
That's what the rake is for.
Bringing it back.
Johnny Depp gets a vote. Jess, Johnny Depp, Jim Carrey.
Depp.
Depp makes her wet. Ooh.
And Bubbles finishes out.
Someone has to Q.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, 5-2. By the way, Q
Yes.
gave the first vote against Jim Carrey this entire bracket.
Piss
Of course
off,
he did.
Q.
Of course he did.
Really, Bubbles? I
Yeah.
expected more from you.
I expected more from you.
And by more, I mean worse than just
Two.
Okay,
Two.
there we go. There we go.
Two.
Freddie got it
One,
now.
two.
You know what? I got a fucking gift for you somewhere. Hold on.
Hey, Q. Did you see that?
Right
video?
here, right here, right here. Ting.
Q, did you see
What?
that text about Q got back the
Oh,
other
it's your
day?
phone, so I don't care.
Hey, Bubbles, I mean, if you expect more from Q, that's kind of on you. You should know better.
Jamie was saying something, but I couldn't hear her.
I had to grow it.
Oh,
God
oh,
damn
is
it.
that how that works? Too bad you ruined it. Too bad you
Jim
ruined
Carrey
it.
moves on, 5-2. Brian starts us off. Is it Steph Curry or Maggie Smith?
Maggie Smith.
You maggot.
You maggot.
Sorry, dude, my voice is going. I'm gonna have to drink some
Doesn't
tea or
get that
something when I get
down,
done with this today. Seriously. Jamie, Maggie Smith, Steph Curry.
I don't give a shit either way. Stephen Curry.
Gets a vote. I'm gonna give it to Stephen Curry as well. Maggie Smith gives off major grandma vibes that we were talking about last week. And unfortunately, she's going to be gone soon. So enjoy her while you can.
It's like what?
But I think
88?
Steph Curry.
I don't know, Freddie.
Steph Curry.
I don't know, Freddie. You're the one who said last round that you wanted to seal up that dusty vag. So
Who said that?
you said you were going to seal it up for Maggie. So you want to seal up that dusty vag, man.
You're beyond nasty. Steph Curry gets my vote. Q, Steph Curry, Maggie Smith.
Just because I'm a Potter fan, I'm gonna go Smith. Miss Smith, actually, because she's not married. She got divorced.
Oh, Mr. Jess.
Jess, Steph Curry, Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith.
Gets another vote. Bubbles.
Maggie Smith.
May I please get a Maggie Smith?
Gets the win. Jeremy, finish this out.
Yeah, and this one I definitely got to go for Agent Smith there.
I feel like he should have been like the senator from Kansas has the floor. I vote for Mrs. Smith. Thank you.
Jamie's about to die over there.
Yeah, I think you may have just killed Jamie.
The senator from Kansas City. I'm done today.
Maggie Smith moves on 5-2. Jamie starts us off. Is it Bob Barker, John Cena?
I start us off, really?
Yep.
Saget one.
What?
Oh, sorry. It is Bob Saget.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I fucking thought. And
Yeah.
that's who I
No, you're right. It's Bob Saget.
Yeah, Bob Saget. God damn it, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget gets a vote for the 500 plus Make-A-Wish. It's got to be Cena for me. If you're going strictly on as far as a niceness factor, Bob Saget played a cool character, but I don't think he was the nicest dude in the world. Super funny, which brought me joy. I understand that, but I think Cena would be the nicer one of the two on this one.
I think Cena's a
Cena,
meathead.
Bob Saget,
I think Cena's a meathead.
probably.
But anyways, and this one's tough. You know, do I want to vote against like one of the top 100 white rappers of all time, which I can only name probably like 4 lyrics of his. Literally, that's what Brian said earlier. No, definitely, it's got to be Bob Saget.
Bob Saget gets a vote. Jess.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget gets another one. Bubbles
John Cena.
gets a vote.
You're
Jeremy.
senile.
Talking about hustle, loyalty, and respect here, which I have for Bob Saget. So I'm going to go with him.
And Brian finishes out.
Got to go with John Cena all the way.
In a 4-3 split, Bob Saget moves on to the next round.
Cena's not the winner.
I start us off. We're in the final 4. Let us start off with Bob Saget versus Jim Carrey.
Bob Saget.
Fuck you, Freddie!
Jim Carrey gets my vote. We need to start thinking because Dolly Parton won last week. So you got to start thinking on who can either beat or not beat Dolly Parton, depending on who you want to win this entire thing.
Right, but I'm just thinking I have less than 10 minutes, so we gotta hurry.
No.
All right, let me call her husband real fast.
All right. So what's the
Jim Carrey gets my vote. Q. Jim Carrey, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget?
Jess.
Jim Carrey.
Bubbles.
Jim Carrey.
Jeremy.
Bob motherfucking Saget in the house.
Brian.
I must vote for Carrey. That's Jim.
Jim Carrey gets a vote. Jamie.
Jim Carrey.
5-2. Jim Carrey moves on. The other one is Q starts us off. Maggie Smith or Kevin Hart?
Going Kevin on this one. I got to vote against Maggie.
Jess.
Got to be Hart.
I'm sticking with Maggie.
Yeah.
Gets a vote. Bubbles.
Senator from Kansas, you have the floor.
She's a witch.
I vote Maggie Smith. Thank you.
This joke plays on so many levels right now. So many levels. Maggie Smith gets a vote. Jeremy, Maggie Smith, Kevin Hart.
I think it's time to ride on the Maggie train.
Giggity.
That's wrong. Brian, Kevin Hart or Maggie Smith.
Kevin Smith out of nowhere. Wait a minute.
Seriously, he should be on this. Kevin Smith's a nice motherfucker.
No, I agree with
That's
you.
all I need to know. Let's go. Maggie. Is it me? Maggie Smith? Yeah.
Shut the
Maggie Smith gets the vote and the win. Jamie.
Son of a fucking dumb. I would like to. The senator from Iowa would like to have the floor, please. Or a fuck you, guys, all of you.
I must remind you to please refrain from any foul language on the Senate floor. Thank you.
Oh, yes, I apologize. Kevin Hart.
Maggie Smith moves into the finals, going against Jim Carrey with a 4-3 victory on that one. I was going to go for Kevin Hart as well, but just because it's fucking Kevin Hart. Third place. Jess starts us off. Is it Kevin Hart or Bob Saget?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget. Bubbles.
Kevin Hart.
Jeremy.
I'm gonna put in a write-in matchup for Kevin Smith. But
Maggie Hart and Kevin Smith.
Voting like
but Bob Saget, it's fucking Bob Saget over Kevin Hart any day of the week.
Yes, a vote. Brian.
Who are the choices here? I'm so confused. Like I'm hearing different names being thrown out. Wait a minute.
It's either for third place. It's either Bob Saget or Kevin Hart.
Okay, let's go Kevin Hart.
Jamie.
This is actually a hard one, so fuck you guys.
Okay, offer accepted.
Kevin Hart.
Takes a big heart to do that, Jamie.
Obviously.
I'm going to go with Kevin Hart on this one as well. And Q finishes out.
Well, just because that's probably the last time I'll say it on this freaking podcast, unless somebody wins that I don't want to. Bob Saget.
4-3. Bob. 4-3. Kevin Hart gets third place. Bubbles starts us off. Nobody had blown their load with the exception of Jess, and this is the last time to actually use it. Bubbles, is it Maggie Smith or Jim Carrey?
Jim Carrey.
Gets that vote. Jeremy.
Bye-bye, Maggie. It's Jim Carrey.
Brian.
The people of Arizona would like to nominate Jim Carrey.
Jamie.
Jim motherfucking Carrey, please.
Gets a vote and the win. Just because I can, I'm going to blow my load. Q.
And in the first round pick, the bracket bastards pick Jim Carrey.
Strong pick.
Definitely picking Jim Carrey just to make up for the vote the first vote against Jim Carrey.
Right.
Two Carreys don't make a right.
But honestly, I'm gonna have to go with Jim Carrey.
Makes it a little spicy though.
No, Brian, but Jim Carrey and Drew Carey make for an awkward night.
That is true. Who's the better Carrey? And then you
I
throw
am
Harry
also-
Carey in there. Oh.
I am also going to go with Jim Carrey, which means Jim Carrey wins this week's bracket with a 7-0, going into the finals. The finals, the entire thing to face the other side, and that would be Dolly Parton.
Maggie Smith is
Jeremy.
the Pentagon.
Jeremy, is it Dolly Parton or Jim Carrey?
Oh, we're back to those boobs aplenty. But Jim Carrey looks better in a tutu, so Jim Carrey.
I don't think I've ever seen Dolly Parton in the tutu, so
You're not looking at the right sites, my friend.
Google's good for everything. Brian, Jim Carrey, Dolly Parton
Jim Carrey.
gets a vote. Jamie,
I would like, on the behalf of the state of Iowa, I would like to blow my load.
Jamie has blown her load.
I hear there's laws in place to prevent Iowans from blowing their loads. I don't know.
Yeah. Too bad I like
Yeah, that's how tornadoes start. That's
It's how people go blind.
for Andy. For Andy, I will be going for Dolly Parton because she pretty much pushed Dolly all the way through into the finals last week. So, in respect for her, Dolly Parton will be getting my vote. Q.
That's a lot of boobs.
Right. I've been pumping this for about 2 hours and 5 minutes. 2 girls have blown. I'm okay with it. I will blow my load as well.
Jess.
Of course, you fucking will.
Jim Carrey.
So, trying to figure out where I'm at now because I only have 4 written down, and I should have more than that.
Bubbles goes, I believe.
Yeah, Bubbles didn't go.
Oh, Bubbles.
I feel she's about to blow.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Bubbles. Yeah.
Do it, Bubbles. Do it.
Blow it up. Bubbles. I'm
Do
waiting.
it,
Blow
Bubbles. Do it. Do it, Bubbles. Do it.
Don't vote yet. Don't vote yet. Just do it. Don't vote.
That's the coolest sound for blowing your load I've ever heard.
I'm not blowing my load though. But
Oh, you should though. That'd be
Did you
amazing.
just fake blow your load? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you just fake that?
Your poor husband.
just a little bit, okay? It was just a little.
That was her
free.
ping pong ball trick.
It was a free
Free.
load.
It was one little bubble popping. That's all.
Doesn't your wife go when she orgasms? Come on. Doesn't everyone do that?
Only when you put it, Brian. Only when you put it in
Well-
the back door by accident.
Well, I mean, that's how you check Tupperware to make sure it's fresh, right? You have that little pop noise.
On behalf of the state of Nevada, I kindly vote Jim Carrey. You're welcome.
Which means Bubbles is going against her sister. But Jim Carrey wins the entire thing.
Sibling rivalry.
You blew your
Jamie.
load for nothing. For nothing.
Dolly Parton, Jim Carrey.
Because Jim Carrey is my ultimate favorite, and he's already won anyways, I will vote for the fact that Dolly is nice. And I would like Kevin Smith, please, for the vote in. Can we do a play it on the finals?
Thank you. Thank you. Kevin Smith wins the whole thing.
What
Harley,
about
be
Kevin
happy.
Smith and Jay together as a team? Jay and Silent
Yeah.
Bob. I mean, you can't beat them.
Silent Bob's like the silent voter there, so he doesn't really count, but he's a part of the package. So, Jim
Yeah,
Carrey.
he's a silent partner. Jim Carrey gets to vote. Q, finish this out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with JC since it's already not a sweep.
I was the only person to vote for Dolly Parton. I think Dolly Parton's like the nicer of the two, though. I would much
I think
rather,
Jim Carrey would
hang
be
out
probably
with
the-
Jim Carrey, but
It'd be way more fun to hang out with Jim Carrey.
yeah, but I think between the two, I think I think Dolly Parton's a nice brother too. So
Yeah, well,
True.
I respect it though. Jim Carrey.
All right, break
Jim
a
Carrey,
leg
6'1".
there.
That's the end of the show. Jamie, where can people find you? Real quick before you go.
You can find me
Quick
leaving.
energy.
You can find me basically on all your social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, under Slipknot Chica or my name. I'm around. I'm even on that Twitter X thing that they do. So come find me. I'm out and about.
Come fuck around and find out.
Yep.
Bye,
See yas.
Bye.
Break a leg.
All right, Jamie had to go, but that is our show this week, guys. Q, where can people find you?
On my fucking couch. No, you can find me on Facebook under Quentin Vandershoot or on Instagram under Master Bastard Q. Because, well, I've said it many times and I'll say it many more. I am the master of these bastards. Dance, my puppets.
Jess.
There you go.
You can find me on Instagram under JessMay93 or Facebook under JessMay Vandystrew or this podcast.
Bubbles.
You could probably find me out crowd surfing or on Snapchat under Jessie Marie or on TikTok also under Jessie Marie, which is JessYmerie.
Jeremy.
Or you can also find our OnlyFans, Bubbles of Poppin', coming soon. Perfect, my dear. Perfect.
That's the whole page. You pay $20
Yeah, I was about to
to
say,
get
like,
you.
can you imagine just like the anticipation of that? Just
Patient. But you can, of course, find me freezing my ass off in my garage all weekend podcasting. But you can also find me on Paranormal New Normal, Maniacal Music Musings, Global Strangeness, more this show every week as well. But you can find me on Facebook as Unapologetic, Untamed, and Uncensored Podcast Collective Facebook group. You can find me on XX Baby and the Gram as that Juggalo Bastard. You can find me on TikTok as that Juggalo Bastard Podcast. And you can find me on YouTube as any of the podcast names, basically. Just look them up or come to Blind Knowledge Network and watch me stream live. Because all knowledge was blind until Q admits he's the master of shit.
What?
say what?
I like how you dodged nothing to come into the screen. You're like
Slithery snake. He's a.
He is a Slytherin.
I just slither right in.
When you're that small, it's easy to slither right in, buddy.
Brian, where can you find you?
Oh, she straight cut him off. Hit the mute button. Nice. You guys can find me over at thedailydank.com, over on YouTube, all the social medias, or just thedailydank.com. Come on over, hang out, smoke a bowl, talk some paranormal, talk some movies, talk some. What about Bigfoot? They just had a Bigfoot sighting. Come on over and let's talk some Bigfoot, guys. All right, come and check us out, guys.
Why is Yoda staring at me again?
Grogu, motherfucker, Grogu!
He senses
And
the
I am
evil
your
in you.
host. I'm your host, Freddie Fisher. You can find me at that on Facebook. While you're on Facebook, check out Bracketology. We have 2 polls going up every single day. Currently, it is the Trick or Treats bracket. We're dealing with Halloween candy on that one, and we're also doing a nod to the 90s. We're talking about 90s stuff. On Twitter, it is Fisher777. We're all at Bracket Pod. On Instagram, it is Can't Lick Me, not one word. And next week, we are talking TV pets. So Snoopy, Garfield,
Brian,
a whole bunch of other shit like that. Just enjoy the show.
Klaus?
I will
Is
leave it.
Klaus in there?
Did Tiger from the Brady Bunch make it in there?
No.
Oh, come on. Tiger?
The list will be up on chat, though, pretty soon. So I will leave the show with the simple rule from the late, great Jerry Springer, and that is this. Take care of yourself and each other. Have a good week, guys.
See you guys.
See ya.